Salakia. Camera cut off. So I'm just gonna make it a part 2. So yeah, man, the things that the Lord said were gonna happen by way of the prophets, they're being made manifest. And the elder apostle Tahar coined this year the year of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai turning up. So we understand that the Lord's he's about to have every work, every prophecy in which he had us speak on, he's about to start having them come to pass at an alarming rate. All right, so let's see.
Tonight, bloodshed on the streets of Kazakhstan as protests take a deadly turn. Shots ringing out across the city of Almaty. Security forces say they, quote, eliminated dozens of demonstrators, leaving more than 1,000 injured after swarms of armed protesters sieged government buildings and set them on fire overnight. At least 12 officers were killed, another 350 hurt, 2 of them beheaded, according to police. Authorities releasing this surveillance footage showing a car plowing through a line of officers responding to the protests. President Kassym-Jomart Tokayev's residence in Almaty desolate and charred. A day after armed protesters broke in, their burnt-out trucks lodged in security checkpoints. Russia and its allies sending armored vehicles and soldiers to the region. The unprecedented show of force marks the first time the Collective Security Treaty Organization, or CSTO, the Russian equivalent of NATO, has deployed troops to aid one of its member nations.
This will be a big test for the CSTO, which has, in previous instances in Kyrgyzstan and in Armenia, not wanted to take on much of a role, but also a big test for Russia, whether it has the capability to stabilize the situation in a country that is quite important for its own security.
The protests in Kazakhstan, which were sparked by anger over a surge in fuel prices, have since exploded into nationwide demonstrations. People angry over economic inequality and government corruption pouring into the streets for 5 straight days. The president conceded to demands to reinstitute price caps on fuel and replace his entire cabinet, but all that has done little to quiet the movement. Tonight, the UN calling for restraint on all sides.
People have a right to express their grievances. It needs to be done peacefully, and security forces need to protect that right.
The unrest in Kazakhstan, one of the most economically and politically stable former Soviet states, now threaten to destabilize a region already reeling from similar democratic uprisings in Ukraine and Belarus, but with Russian troops on the ground and protesters not satisfied with the government's response, a peaceful end to the conflict is nowhere in sight. Matt Bradley, NBC News.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the...
All right, so it seems like this thing is just getting started, man. Like they said, no end in sight. All right, Russia got boots on the ground. The scriptures speak of these things. Our job is simply to just show you. All right. The Lord Yahweh Shai is going to return soon, man. Lord willing, it be this year, man. You know, we all hope and pray for deliverance, man. But in that very moment when it actually happens, you know, when that trumpet sounds, man, and those chariots, Yahweh Shai's chariot enters the atmosphere. You know, we know World War III and whatnot still has to pop off, and the RFID chip has to be made mandatory, but nothing could compare you for that day, man. You know, I'm just sitting here thinking about it like, man, it's really gonna happen, man, you know, and we just gotta be doing what we gotta do to receive that deliverance. But this is 2 Esdras 15, start at verse 14. It says, woe, meaning destruction, to the world and them that dwell therein. Right? So if you're on a planet, woe unto you. And if you're in America, double woe unto you, meaning destruction. It says, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. It says, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor their princes. and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And you just seen that, man. Those people was fucking rioting and tearing shit up. It says they would not regard their kings nor their princes. So that would mean the hierarchy, the rulers, the government, the police, the military. Those people in Kazakhstan, they have no regard for them. And their course of their actions stand in their power, man. All right? So they tearing shit up, man. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and the men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of lack of bread and for great tribulation. And what's happening in Kazakhstan is just an example, man. What do you think is going to happen when it comes over here to America? All right, so when all those things begin to happen over here in America, then, hey, man, but that's just an example, And it's a beautiful example, nevertheless. But, hey, man, yeah, the Lord's about to turn up, man. And these people in America, people in America, man, they got guns and shit. Over there, I'm pretty sure they don't have guns. Their government doesn't allow them to have guns the way these Americans do, man. Motherfuckers got all type of ammunition and weapons in their houses, and they got it locked and loaded, and they ready to use them. They waiting for the opportunity to actually use them. And they're going to get that opportunity. Like the scripture said, the course of their actions shall stand in their own power. All right, so this is just the beginning. The scriptures speak about the prophecies coming to pass like birth pains, like when a woman has contractions, And then the son comes, So when I say the son, I'm talking about Yahushua. All right, so, yeah, man, we seeing that. That's what's going on over here in Kazakhstan. All right, so let's see another. I'm gonna pause it and read. It as it goes. It says Russia sends troops after dozens of protesters and at least 13 reportedly killed in Kazakhstan. 13 police reportedly killed in Kazakhstan uprising. I don't know why I can't say that. But yeah, it says Russia sends troops after dozens of protesters and it's supposed to say at least, okay. Protesters and at least 13 police reportedly killed in Kazakhstan uprising. So, hey, man, they killed 13 cops, man. And in the other video, they said they beheaded at least 2 or 3 of them. So, yeah, man, these people not fucking playing with these governments, man. And as these people start to wake up, man, Esau going to have to rush his plan faster and faster. It says dozens of protesters and at least 13 security officers have been killed in deadly clashes across Kazakhstan. Just read that. I don't know why they put that in there twice. Security forces in the country claimed on Thursday as anti-government protests in the past few days spiraled into large-scale violence. Police officials in Almaty said they had killed dozens of protesters who attempted to storm major government buildings. So, yeah. Hey, man, they shooting these fucking protesters down, too, in the streets. In Kazakhstan's largest metropolis, the Associated Press reported, okay. Kazakhstan state-controlled media reported that at least 13 members of its security... I don't know why they keep posting that, but okay. So yeah, 2 of the cops were decapitated. It said, according to Reuters, the presidential palace and the Almaty mayor's office had been set ablaze during the uprising. These niggas set the presidential palace on fire, man. That's crazy. Hey man, that's gonna be the White House. They're gonna, hey man, you gotta watch what you say on here, man. But yeah, man, you'll see. So yeah, Russia putting boots on the ground, man, to bring so-called peace. Hey man, I ain't gonna read too much more of this, but hey, these people don't know what to do, man. These people don't know what to do. Hey man, this is these are the words of the scriptures, jumping off the pages, man, and happening in everyday life. And if you so caught up in what you have going on in your life, which is basically nothing, and you're not paying attention to what's going on in the earth, like the scriptures say, measuring the time diligently, then shame on you, man. You're gonna be caught off guard. Hey, anyway, man. The point is, uproars of the people. Kazakhstan. Hey, man. Scriptures coming to pass, prophecy coming to pass, and America's next, man. Americans over here, they can't wait to riot and tear some shit up and loot some stores. And break into the Foot Locker and steal some fucking shoes. People ain't shit over here in America. Just being frank. And hey man, we just waiting on that time. So and this year could very well be the year. 9 times out of 10 it will be. So we'll see what happens, man. It's all up to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah. Nevertheless, we're gonna keep abounding in His word and pushing His truth. And Lord willing, Baba Kashai Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah keep all of us brothers, on the right path, directing our path in righteousness, and enduring until the end, man. So with that being said, Shalom.